Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between Lex versus Thorzain. This game taking place here on Northern Isle. We have Lex spawning under the name Crawling over here on the bottom left hand side of the map. Meanwhile we have Thorzain spawning over here on the top right hand side of the map. And well, slept with the window open and now I have a sore throat. Yay me. Gonna go ahead and get a drink of water later. But well, play-by-play commentary and insight into my life. Anyways, how are things going to be going in this human versus undead matchup over here on the bottom left? We're seeing a pretty standard opening. It looks like it is going to be an opening starting with ghouls. Meanwhile, not being able to get too much information out of the particular build orders coming in from Thorzain either. Thorzain, perhaps infamously known as a player who could have won it all if it wasn't for multiple drops and disconnects at DreamHack Europe. Also, just a well-known StarCraft 2 professional player and all around a nice guy. Feels like a lot of the people in EU, or, well, yep, I want to say Swedes, but I'm not 100% sure if I recognize that flag. But yes, yeah, my European my recognizing of the European countries in the European or the EU, not that good. Didn't study them all that much. Thorzain is Swedish. All right, yes, thank you. So yeah, just all around a nice guy there. Anyways, it is gonna be going up against a Crypt Lord with a lot of ghouls now. And with this said, one of the things that was mentioned in the PTR patch is that they moved Cannibalize from the Crypt as a research to the Necropolis, as opposed to giving those ghouls Cannibalize right off the bat. What does that mean, and how useful is that? Well, it means that the undead can continue to train up units and ghouls while getting cannibalized. I think he's a doctor now, but by the way, so a nice guy indeed. Wow, he's a doctor and still playing WarCraft 3. That is something else. As we're gonna see an ogre warrior get taken down right there. All right, Crypt Lord now making its way back around once again. But yeah, just wanted to say, with the move of the research of. With the move of the research from the crypt to the necropolis, normally research on the main tech building causes a little bit of problems, but it doesn't actually do so for undead. The main reason why, because of that, is you don't really need that many acolytes as compared to peasants, peons, and whips. The acolytes are the only units that are actually harvesters. They cannot harvest lumber, so that's why you have those ghouls. The necropolis, as you can see right now, is pretty much going untrained, unused. And if Crawling, or excuse me, Lex wanted to, if Cannibalize does stick onto the necropolis, which I believe it will, you're going to be able to continue to train up ghouls while getting up Cannibalized for that early creep play. That is going to open up some additional new tech buildings and tech paths and new gameplay strategies. Biggest XP change is 20 XP for skeletons. I don't know. Yeah, 20 XP for skeletons will break or change the game significantly. The fact that all of a sudden they can be disenchanted and then level up your opponent's units that much is gonna really shut down the whole entire Necro wagon play. So yeah, it's almost 100% increase. What is that? 80% increase going from 12 to 20. That is quite large indeed. I don't know if that particular change will stick around, as they may see in the playtest realm that players are not using necromancers and necro wagons all that much, which would really be a little bit of a shame as well. Finding other ways to deal with necromancers or meat wagon strategies, necromancer meat wagon strategies would be a little bit more beneficial, as we're looking at the archmage coming back down across here, going to try to get some damage on those ghouls. Has to be very careful though. Does not want to get hit by that Nerubian tower on accident, as the archmage dealing quite a bit of damage there with those fireballs and a little bit of range. Once more, the archmage is just adding in that damage and does have a staff of teleportation if it ever gets into trouble. But then, we know that a Crypt Lord does like to impale units from time to time. Sacrificial Skull still on there. We're looking at this Haunted Gold Mine now completed. That Nerubian Tower was started earlier, giving plenty of opportunity as the Archmage is still trying to shoo away this Crypt Lord again. Ghouls could perhaps try and get us around. Are we going to see an Impale? Yes, we are. And a beautiful, beautiful surround right there. Thorzain, however, not sticking around for the battle. Just going to go ahead, make its way off, and well, try and go after this creep camp off to the north. All right, Sorcerer already taken down. This Water Elemental down to 134 hit points. Is it going to lose aggro? It does not look like it. Goblin Shredder now joining in on the fight. Goblin Shredder taking a lot of damage here, but going straight after that medium armor unit first. Tracker has 7 armor with a lot of armor reduction once more, or damage reduction once more, excuse me, as the Archmage should be able to, well, get this going here in just a second. Picking up another Ring of Regeneration. Wow, look at how much that Archmage is just currently regenerating. Very difficult to take out. If we do get to the Paladin with its Divine Shield, it would probably heal about 75 hit points after a 15 second natural or from natural regeneration, and making it just that much harder to kill. MK will be happy with all those rings. No, MK probably would have been happier with potions of mana, but well, that's another story for another time as the Archmage gets up to level 4. Cryptlord is at 3, picks up a Slippers of Agility left behind by the Archmage, but Archmage is just wearing so much bling already. What can he really do there? Alright, both sides are trying to steal each other's items, and we see a Potion of Greater Mana being dropped down here. We're going to perhaps see the Slippers of Agility are in fact dropped and left behind as the Cryptlord picks up a Potion of Greater Mana. Very, very powerful item indeed. As I mentioned just not too long ago. Where is the Archmage? Archmage coming back across the map again, as we're going to be looking at the Cryptlord trying to perhaps put pressure on this front door. The Sim City here going to be difficult, but the Scout Towers are not yet done, and the timing is going to be absolutely key. Scout Tower impale across all of those units. Staff of Teleportation as the Archmage is going to perhaps try and get in a little bit of damage here. Alright, 1 guard tower is all that was actually able to be produced, as we see another impale right there. Archmage may try and drop a Water Elemental and then scroll a Town Portal away. We're getting in some repairs as well. Footmen making their way back over as all of those ghouls, well, our units and everything is just kind of blocking. That was a massive teleport as the peasants were also getting teleported as well. Alright, in comes another impale once more. Archmage getting in some damage back, and as I said earlier, damage is just not going to stick onto that Archmage at all. Alright, Cryptlord trying to make its way back through, has plenty of mana to go for even more. Gonna go ahead and summon up more beetles. There's some more repairs. There's another impale as well, as we're looking at the Cryptlord trying to head back away. Undead trying to perhaps retreat back here. We are looking at what multiple expansion or multiple bases by both players. Both players will be able to replenish pretty quickly, but Thorzain is sitting on 1700 gold and a lot of lumber already. He's going to be able to bounce back from this fairly fast as the Cryptlord now makes its way back off to the north. Alright, down to the south here, we are looking at double Spirit Towers and a Nerubian Tower. Well, that's going to be difficult to take out unless we are looking into some sort of mortar teams from the workshop, as peasants are in a bit of a run here. Skeletal minions perhaps going to get taken down. Let's see, this carry-on beetle is going to finish off a peasant. There it goes, as the Mountain King does pick up Stormbolt first, using that Stormbolt to try and, well, stop all of this harassment. We are teching the castle. Arcane Sanctum's getting added. We don't see any upgrade, or there is a workshop now being built in the back as well. Goblin Shredder is still going to town off to the north here, as we're looking at 1500 gold, where with a little bit less lumber, Thorzain spending much of that lumber on, well, not quite sure what it spent it on, but perhaps Arcane Sanctum and this workshop needs to get more peasants as well. 44 supply compared to 52. Undead currently, well, losing the economic race in low upkeep. Does have a slightly larger army, but I believe Thorzain will be able to bounce back pretty quickly, especially after the Arcane Sanctum and the workshop is done, trying to train up all of those units all at the same time. Death Knight out onto the field, but what is this? A great transition into gargoyles. Are the gargoyles going to come as a major surprise to Thorzain? That is the question. All right, yeah, that is the big question indeed. Is it going to get scouted out? And in comes, well, there it spots everything. There is the water elemental trying to go after those units here. We can see footmen. Do they even have defend? The water elemental quickly getting taken down. There's an impale as the rifleman needs to join in on the fight. This is going to be a really bad day. PVJ nom nom nom, thank you. As we're looking at, well, unit still trying to fight here. Another impale. Mountain King could be in trouble. Mountain King is going to get in a thunderclap, a departing gift, and a lot of damage across all of those units. Archmage may try and get to level 5. Archmage does have a pendant of energy. If that was on the Mountain King, perhaps, well, it wouldn't have really mattered, as we're looking at a trailing group of units getting taken out. Death Knight gonna be in trouble, or not Death Knight gonna be in trouble, Archmage gonna be in trouble. Archmage pretty much has no friends whatsoever. And well, gold in the bank does not win games. I've said this in the past, and I thought, well, perhaps Thorzain would have found an opportunity to be able to fight here. As we see, well, flak cannons, Archmage trying to fight alongside all those towers, flying machines, while trying to get under the cover of some guard towers as well. Archmage could be in a big trouble. Are we going to see an impale? No, we are not. Staff of Teleportation heading back off to the other side here, as this guard tower is taking a lot of damage. All right, where are the flying machines? The flying machines should be trying to fight and engage against all of those gargoyles, as we're looking at the arcane tower about to fall. There it goes, giving level 5 to the Crypt Lord. This is bad news indeed, as the water elementals are continuing to fight back and forth once again. Flying machines continuing to, well, trying to engage here, and it may be actually able to fight against those gargoyles here in just a moment, as the gargoyles are just swarming around on the inside. Mountain King about to get resurrected. Paladin going to be joining in on the fight, and it is 45 supply compared to 53, but the reinforcements, as you can imagine, are coming in faster for Thorzain, as he is fighting at home. Level 3 on the Death Knight. Death Knight deciding to back up. That is a lot of gargoyles trying to just fly away, and multiple gargoyles were lost right there. Lag, anyone? Are you guys seeing a little bit? Yeah, getting a little video lag. Not quite sure. Hopefully, it's not going to stick around for far too long. Yeah, as we're looking at mining needs to get back underway, and while trying to rebuild this base here, fly machines do not have the ability to attack ground, and I really think that if the gargoyles have the ability to toggle whether or not they should be focusing on air units or ground units, flying machines should be given that same opportunity as well after they get that bomb upgrade. The last thing you want to see is, after you have those bombs on your flying machine, is that they're not attacking the gargoyles, but they're dropping bombs on buildings instead. All right, a little bit of video lag. That might be because I'm another computer of mine is trying to do some work and uploading. Well, we'll see what comes of that. Lich now joining in on the battlefield as well. Other streams don't have it. All right, it might be my upload trying to do a little bit too much. I should have 35 megabits up, so it shouldn't be that big of a problem. Not quite sure why it's happening here. Anyways, flying machine's going to be getting into position here as gargoyles. Oh, gargoyles just fall into that trap once more. Gargoyle after gargoyle is going to fall, and this is a great lead change. Once more, flying machines getting taken down, and this is going to open up an opportunity for the Paladin, well, for the Archmage and the Mountain King to clear out this creep camp here. Paladin taking a lot of damage. I am surprised that the Paladin does not have those rings of who has the rings of regeneration? No, they were sold. No rings of regeneration. One of my favorite items, but perhaps Thorzain is not a fan. All right, Magnetar Reaver going to get taken down right there. Level 2 now on that Paladin. Divine Shield, most likely, yes, the follow-up ability, and, well, being able to heal an additional 4 hit points a second is absolutely huge. As we see, well, Lex doing a great job clearing out the top left-hand side of the map, while Thorzain cleared out the bottom right. Great transition, keeping track of everything here as the flying machine's going to go after those remaining gargoyles. Gargoyles going to get shot out of the sky pretty quickly, and as they get taken out of the sky, all of a sudden, we're looking at Lex's army just dwindle slowly but surely. Oh, thank you, Masura, for the raid once again. As we're looking at the Ogre Magi trying to clear up, well, clear up the undead army, but not being able to do so. Tome of Intelligence +2 left behind. Flying machines overhead right here, unable to be spotted. And any additional air units, Crypt Fiends could get webbed down here, or get some webbing down here, and as the Mountain King are trying to engage. It is level 2 Thunderclap, and there is, well, Spell Steal right there, picking up one of those carrion beetles. Paladin could be in trouble, gonna try and get healed back up, does have Divine Shield, and this is one of those situations where, well, I really think what Ring of Regeneration would be very beneficial. Paladin pretty much frozen on the spot, and the Death Coil Impale is just so powerful as the Spellbreakers are going to town on some other units here. Alright, continuing to battle it up. Death Knight going after, or getting another Death Coil off, perhaps going to be able to take down that Lich as the units are trying to be saved. 52 supply compared to 60. Impale onto the Mountain King, and Mountain King is in trouble. Mountain King, Scroll of Town Portal not transferred over in time, as Thorzain is in a run to retreat back. This army of flying machines not able to do very much of anything, not upgrading the bombs, as the Archmage now tries to, well, run back again. Where is this Archmage gonna go? Smart to jump to A-bombs. Yeah, smart to jump to A-bombs. All right, we're gonna see an Impale. Archmage could get taken down. Oh no, that was a Scroll. Scroll of Town Portal. It was at first a Staff of Teleportation, and then switched to a Scroll of Town Portal. I was waiting for the Impale to happen. Archmage really low on hit points. Is it actually stuck back there? It might actually be stuck back there. We're gonna go ahead and try and Staff of Sanctuary some units. Yeah, needs to take down this Arcane Tower. This is not big enough for him to actually maneuver through, and that is gonna be a problem. There goes that tower. Priest need to heal back up. Lex is playing really well, as the Crippler now gonna join in. Paladin now right here, gonna Holy Light, and this is bad news. Archmage in the very back, and well, I blame it on, well, losing that very important Ring of Regeneration. Paladin trying to hold the door right there, Spellbreakers, and this is just an amazing front line. There's the Death Coil on the Archmage, level 4 on the Death Knight, and Thorzain loses to Lex right there. Lex playing an amazing game, just being able to move around that tech switch to Abominations, and thereby making all of those flying machines completely moot. Also, we didn't see a single destroyer in that game. No destroyers, and somehow the level 3 water elementals were still not that big of an issue. Great game, well played, and he sold my favorite item. That, Ring of Regeneration, it's one of those things where over the course of a game can heal up a lot, and well, he got rid of it. All right, tech switches, surprises, and back and forth action. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.